Oke, selamat malam teman-teman di LinkedIn dan di beberapa sosial media saya termasuk di YouTube dan di mana lagi? Di Facebook, di Twitter. Ya, oke, selamat malam. Halo, halo, halo dan kita ketemu lagi malam ini kita live di live sessions setiap hari selain hari Kamis dan Jumat. Ya, saya live session dan biasanya saya memberikan materi, tapi malam ini saya mengundang teman saya yang luar biasa yaitu Tarkan Salar. Ya, sebelum kita undang naik ke atas nih. Thank you ada Bro Kelvin yang sudah berkomentar ya. Dan teman-teman, malam ini spesial jadi Tarkan Salar ini adalah teman saya di LinkedIn. Dia adalah seorang impact coach. Wah, ini baru dengar saya ya, teman-teman. Impact coach. Apa itu? Nanti kita tanya. Cuman spesial malam ini Tarkan Salar meminta saya untuk diwawancarai dalam bahasa Inggris. Jadi teman-teman, malam ini lebih banyak kita menggunakan English speaking. Oke ya, nggak lama-lama saya langsung aja ajak Tarkan Salar untuk naik ke atas. Oke, Tarkan, are you ready? Iya, siap. Saya akan naikkan ke atas, teman-teman. Hello, Tarkan.
Hi,
How are you?
good, good. Thank you. How are you?
Yes, I'm good. Hey, what is your name? I cannot see the headline. Oh, sorry. Because I know why. Because there is a comment. Yeah, okay, now it's appear. Okay, Tarkan, where are you now?
I'm in Jakarta. I'm based in Jakarta mostly.
Okay.
I
But
stay here.
I see your LinkedIn. There is a LinkedIn page called Changu. What's that?
Changus is my brand. I built a utility and lifestyle brand. What we are doing there is we are bringing it called Happy Superhuman Lifestyle. And
Yeah,
we are bringing basically Bali slash Indonesian products and lifestyle to everywhere in the world, which stuff like what Bali stands for: healthy, fit, fitness, sustainable, and this is, you can do with furniture. We are doing furniture, vegan cosmetics, all sustainable fitness clothes, everything. So
I
because
see.
so we will build our ideal is building worldwide concept stores where we will sell products from Indonesia but packaged like in with the Bali for marketing, but of course the products comes from anywhere in Indonesia for because Indonesia have so many innovative sustainable good quality products, but they are not marketed properly, and I want to market as a brand worldwide. That's kind of also my background. I built before a fashion brand worldwide, and now I'm building a concept store, a concept brand with called Changus.
Okay. So is it Changus is something like a trading company or
Yeah, Changus is at the, like at the moment is when you go to Bali. It's Changus is like a website with like Bali Bible. You get all the information like a concierge service, but it's free. You can email us or DM us. Say I want to go to Bali. I want to have restaurants here. I want nightlife. This. I want spa. This. We give you a suggestion package. Like we give you numbers, contacts, everything for free. This is like called utility. This concept, you build a community.
I see.
Yeah,
I
by
see.
and Bali is really powerful because people from all over the world coming to Bali.
Okay. How come you what is it? Can you tell me how the first time, yeah, the first time
Yeah.
you came to Bali?
I come 2020, 2017, I think, to Bali after I sold my business, my fashion business. I had a company. We produced for Zara, Diesel, H&M, Louis Vuitton, Gucci, for all the big ones, from cheap to expensive. And
Mm-hmm.
then I had all this was my private label. I had a factory also in China and offices in Hong Kong. And then we had my own brand. This is something like Changus. We sell it worldwide. And so when I sold it, I was really done after 26 years. I started with 18. I never did
Oh,
anything else. I just started with 18 to be an entrepreneur, so never stopped. I was
okay.
really tired of doing fashion, and then I come to Bali, and then after 2 3 months, I felt super bored. I thought like I need more time to relax, but I don't. I felt super bored because my days was before like crazy, 16 hours non-stop from morning until night, and so I open a healthy food concept because that's also part of my life philosophy. And my restaurants become nominated to the 10% best restaurants in the world. 2 times in after like 2020 and 2021.
Okay.
And so what I did is I just opened it just for getting over the time a little bit to figure out what I'm going to do with the next part of my life, because restaurant is not just one or two, it's not challenging. So and then the pandemic hit. Lucky, also luck and not luck. Not lucky because it cost me a lot of money, but lucky because I dive into self-development like crazy. I did by now around 7,000 hours, more or less. I finished 250 books. And so I took my 26 or 27 years of experience and then built myself up, because I never go to university. I never go to, I
I
just
see.
finished my business school, was 18, and then start grinding. Never did any courses, never have time for myself, nothing.
Okay.
For all these years, because I had too much responsibility and going on. I had sometimes 2,000 people working for me directly and indirectly. So it was really challenging. And I never planned to have a big company like that. I just wanted to have fun and fashion and girls, when you're young, you think like that. And so then I did that. And then I come to Bali, and in this time, so I heal a lot of old wounds, of which I had over the years. Because if you close one chapter in your life, is really not easy, because everything it's gone, friends, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so I start completely from zero with basically new industry, no friends here in Bali or in Indonesia or something. So and then I just started, and in the pandemic, it was really something super crazy, like that I can do all this. What I discovered is really crazy. And then on my journey there, I think I discovered something by accident, like this. I believe I can unlock the human potential in the most simplest way I know.
Okay.
I don't know any other way as simple, because all the self-development platforms. It's not easy, and because now everyone is competing with each other, so they try to sell, they try to help, they try everything at once. But I'm not coming from that place. I'm not a coach or per se. I never intended to be. I just think Allah show me a way, and I need to use it to help millions of people. And it's happened to be that I'm in Indonesia, and I like Indonesia, and I like Indonesian people, and I'm Muslim, so why not start helping here? And it's really powerful. My 15-year-old son, he started. He said, "Baba, I want to be an entrepreneur." I said, "Okay, then you do my program." He said, "Okay." So we make with him the Dream Book. His mother is German, so he's half German, I'm German Turkish. So
Okay.
that's why he's also Muslim. So then we made his Dream Book. Within 2 or 3 weeks, his complete mindset shifted from puberty teenager to business minded. I don't know how to call that, but it's crazy. 3 months later, he was in Mecca, in
Oh,
Umrah. 3 months later,
how old is he?
15,
15, 1 5.
1 5. He finished by now 6 books. The guy hate books. I mean, if you're parents, how difficult it is to talk to your kids. They never listen, mostly. So, but this is, if you go through the subconscious, magic happens. I didn't do
Okay.
anything. We just make his dream book. He programmed basically his own mind, and then he start doing all the things what I always wanted to wish he would do.
All right.
Right.
Okay.
So, and that's the basics of the happy super entrepreneur and intrapreneur, because all this, that's why I'm saying I'm an impact coach. I don't like just to talk, and we see all these posts, live in the moment, do this, do that. Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that. But why 95% cannot do it? Because the human mind is not designed for it. It's very simple. Yeah. And
Understand. Yeah.
now we are living in the time where we get constantly overwhelmed with information, and have more anxiety, less connections to other humans. So this is the worst time in recent history for the human mind, the worst time ever.
Okay. Okay, Tarkan. Okay, so yeah, that's good to know you. Yeah, from your first introduction.
Yeah.
So we know now who you are. You are, yeah, you starting from the zero, right? From 18 years old directly.
Zero, no money, no
Zero.
nothing.
Yeah. That's amazing, Tarkan. But okay, let me share the screen, and I want to the audience to know you from your LinkedIn profile. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Yeah. So this is your LinkedIn profile. So this is
Yes,
very good tagline. I can say that the tagline is talk about the how to become happy entrepreneurs and
yes,
intrapreneurs
yes,
with a vision, goal focus, resilience, great purpose for mid-level manager and youth generation.
yeah,
Okay, so we will. I have a five question about that. Yeah,
yeah,
about this one. So, and I want to all the audience to follow you. So
yeah.
please click and follow Tarkan Salar. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, so we can go now, Tarkan. So I have a question for you, so we can just discuss from that.
Yeah,
Let's see here. Where is my? Yeah. Okay. So here we are. So today we are talking about you, not me. Okay. Everything is about you.
thank you.
Okay, Tarkan. So the first question is, can you tell us more about your experience as an entrepreneur and uh, how it led to your transformation into a happy super entrepreneur.
Okay, that's a good question. Thank you. So, um, like I said, I started with 18, with all the packages and baggages what we all have, right? So what you do is, when I was already having supercars, living really luxurious life, all my friends, they are just students, but I don't want to hang out with all these snobby people, like, they are fake or rich or whatever. So I try to hang out with my old friends, and then so I always have to play down, yeah, so that they don't feel intimidated, blah blah blah, because that's the problem basically all my life, that the people feel fast intimidated. Yeah, even
Hmm.
I try not to, I don't talk about this, I just talk about like our friendships, etc., etc. So what happened is, um, when you do all of that, so I only focus on success, because all I know to prove myself is success, right? So all the emotional parts, they are not developed, zero. So on one area I'm striving, but maybe on the other areas I carry a lot of weight with me. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this goes until I was in Bali, and when the pandemic hit, I was really mentally on, exactly coincidentally, on that stage. I was like 43. I'm like, what I'm going to do, for the rest of my life. And there, really through pain and through like the pandemic, I just thought I wanted to start to do something. So I start with reading the book 5 a.m. Club. And when I understood the concept, help others and get rich, this blew my mind. I said, that's what I want to do for the rest of my life. So, and then this is my personality is always, I don't look really left and right. So I compare myself with Robin Sharma, Vishen Lakiani. So I say, okay, what they do, I do too. Right. So if for them it's normal to do this 10 hours per day, then I do 10 hours per day. Yeah. So and this was the transformation. So I had all the skills from creativity, building a company, building products, because in fashion it's not so easy. I had to do millions of items every year from scratch. Not me, of course. I had factories, etc. And I invented 2 worldwide first inventions in denim, never done before.
Okay.
Right? Everyone in the world, every brand you know in the world copied that product. Yeah. The problem is you cannot trademark it fast enough in fashion because when the trademark process, then Sarah, everyone already copied. Yeah. So,
Correct.
um, so I had all the skills and success, but I don't had the clarity. I don't had the right purpose. Imagine just because I didn't have enough clarity or enough purpose. I say one time someone wanted to buy one part of my company, my brand, for $80 million. I said no, which was totally stupid because the business, the fashion industry goes down, and I should have sell, but I didn't because I didn't have enough purpose and clarity. What I'm talking in my banner, you know, that you read that before. So that's how important $80 million just because of a stupid decision. Yeah, so this is how much a lack of clarity and focus can cost you. And this is also the difference between you have a clear mind and then you combine it with your entrepreneurship. This is how I transform from normal entrepreneur grinder, like typical grinder, to inner engineering and best practices, and then I merge this together, and this is what you see. That's the happy super entrepreneur, which means I have now a process. Whenever I'm stressed or whenever I have to be super focused, I have a mental toolbox. I know what to do and how to do it.
I see. I see. Okay, Tarkan, can you tell us what is the meaning happy super entrepreneur? Is it the entrepreneur that's always smile, or
You,
what?
you know,
What is it?
yeah, you know Richard Branson, right?
Sorry.
Richard Branson, you know Richard
Yes.
Branson
Yes.
from, yeah.
Yes.
So if you talk about Richard Branson is the ultimate happy super entrepreneur. He has the most billion-dollar companies in different industry. No other entrepreneur in the world has as many as he has. He has
Mhm.
under Virgin 264 brands, businesses. They are different businesses, but he deliver always the same feeling. The warm hospitality, nice, kind, caring. This his mindset. You will see if you take a train, a Virgin train in UK, you will feel his warmness. That
I
is
see.
mean
Okay.
that is mean the happy part is you just inner engineering. You stay in the present moment. You focus on doing good things for others, and you're doing what you love in business. And this is the thing. What it means is if you change the dynamic and understand, if I help others, if I being nice to others, this is actually good business. Richard Branson, he's not doing anything else than what you and me would do. For just quick example, his wife's girlfriend, she said, hey, she do nails and hairs. And then she said, hey, Richard, just for fun, right? So she said, Richard, let's do on the Virgin Atlantic plains hairs and nails. So if someone would suggest this to you and to me as a single person, we would say, yeah, that's not a bad idea, because women have time and they're bored and they look
Yeah.
better after the flight than before. So who doesn't want that, right? But in a corporate
Okay.
company, impossible. This will never make to the plane. Never.
Yes.
But this was a super big hit, the first ever in the world. People can get their nail done and their hairs. It was in the Virgin Atlantic plains. So this is the difference between happy super entrepreneur, because your mind is how I can improve, really, not corporate bullshit, not fake, not for numbers, really how I can help people. That's it. And this, the best proof is he has the most billion-dollar business because it works.
Yeah. Okay, cool, Tarkan.
Yeah.
So let's see the comments here. We have a comment from Rivaldi Varianto Susilo. Oh, he's my friend also. He's in the UK.
Okay.
One of the top voice, Indonesia top voice, but living in UK, Tarkan.
Cool.
Okay, he say hello to you.
Hi, Rivaldi. Yeah, Rivaldi.
Yeah, okay, so cool. And also, this is my friend Kelvin,
Calvin. Hi,
Kelvin
Calvin.
Herwanda. So he is the Android programmer.
Okay.
Android programmer, yes, a
Okay.
software programmer.
Okay.
So
Cool.
he's watching from my YouTube now. Thank you,
Okay.
Kelvin. Yeah. Okay. So Tarkan, the next question. The next question for you. I have a lot of question
Yeah.
actually, but I just limited by five only.
Yeah. No
Okay.
problem.
Okay. So, where is yeah? So you mentioned that you want to impact company cultures with happy super entrepreneurs, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So what step do you take to instill this mindset in the organization you work with?
So it's really simple. So my
Yeah.
program is this Happy Super Entrepreneur and Intrapreneur is it's actually a real curriculum, and then you have inner engineering, where you start with writing down your vision and goals, and then we develop the mental toolbox. Yeah, and then this is one part, so inner engineering, and then you have best practices. So what happened is I set up the mind to understand the best practices and know how to use it. So we all read the books, start with why, or the Google story, the Apple story, blah, blah, blah. But why not many people can use it? Because they don't know how, right? So
Okay.
in this course, when you have the inner engineering, you know what to do and how to do it and where to look for, right? So it's very simple. You read a book about some practice, and then you put it directly into the practice for whatever you do. Yeah.
Hmm.
So it's super cool. What means is you build your self-confidence layer by layer. We are not talking too much, we are not making it very complicated. You don't need to do many things. You just write down your vision and goals and my specific process in these different chapters, then you read it every day. That's the only job you have. What happens is your subconscious trigger yourself to be more perceptive, more open to learn certain things. But then you learn it and then you use it, so it sticks. You learn it, you use it, it sticks. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is, and when you do this process in a company, I take mid-level management because they have the pressure from C-level and they have the connection to the frontline workers. So they are basically the most powerful people in the company.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I teach one C-level manager, it's okay, but the C-level will not be able to change everything, right? So, but if I teach, let's say in GoTo, 100 mid-level manager, this can be programmer. That's the cool thing. Human is human. It doesn't matter what you are or where you work. It doesn't matter which section, creative or not. Mindset is mindset,
Yeah.
right? So then they learn they learn this they get the inner engineering, and then they get the best practices according to their vision and goals. So there is some basics like start with why, the or blue ocean strategy, blah 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 blah, yeah. And then they get some more like programmer will be learn the 2 or 3 best practices from the best people, from the best coaches in the world. Okay, so that's then the distinction. When the only distinction in the job is when someone is a programmer, then they will have 25% adjust to his specific line of work. Yeah, so he get more benefit out of it. So what happened is after this course, you give in the you when I go to a company, the company can say we are doing this for you. This is not a sales training. This is not a skills training. This is a training for you as a human. Okay? So that's the number one. Because if you give people sales training, they don't buy it. They say, you want to make me better so I can make more money for you. That's the dialogue in their mind. Okay? So, me as an entrepreneur for 27 years, I have that problem, always the gap between company and workers. The workers say they use me, and the company say I do everything. Why they don't work better? The typical game, yeah. And now is even after the pandemic is completely worse because working from home, people take 2 or 3 jobs right now. They don't tell them, but they have 2 to 3 jobs, and just by simple mathematics, if you split 100% in 3, you can only give 33%. It's very simple. Yeah. So
Yeah.
and we are living in super disruptive times. According to McKinsey study, 2020 by 2027, 75% of the S&P 500 companies will be gone. This is less than 5 years. I hope it's not true because it's a scary number, but this just puts in perspective how fast industries gets disruptive, and this will be happening faster. So if anything, you need more people feeling ownership, being creative, being loyal, feeling safe, being happy at the company. You don't need less, you need more. So
Okay.
there is a huge gap between what companies need and what people need, and somehow they cannot bring it together, and I bridge it, and the people can directly, the workers will understand, okay, I can be an intrapreneur. Because not everyone is made to be an entrepreneur. It's hard. Whoever was an entrepreneur knows, because you have anxiety of you don't know how to survive, you don't know the next paycheck, you know nothing, right? So I want, and everybody talks in the internet about entrepreneurship, like that's the only way to get happy and rich, and that's bullshit. Yeah, I'm an entrepreneur, and I just want to put it in perspective. And every time when I do that, the people feel so relieved, because then you eliminate this mindset. I have to go to somewhere else. I have to build my own business to be successful and to be happy. But because that's not true.
I see.
Mostly people, when they become entrepreneurs, they become more isolated, more depressed, and less creative, because they have more anxiety, and isolated because entrepreneurs mostly alone. You know that, I know that.
I see. I see. Okay. Okay. Cool. Cool. Tarkan. So, okay. So this is your
And
goal, yeah. So that you want to to give the impact to the company, right? With the
To the
culture of
companies.
the happy super entrepreneur. Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah,
Be-
and yeah, yes, okay. Go
ju-
ahead, go ahead.
just because let's say I would do this with 50 people in go to Shopee, whatever, just example. Okay, MRP, or can be smaller companies, bigger companies, doesn't matter. Let's say 50 people, programmer, a salesperson, mix of mid-level management. What
Okay.
happens is they will have all the same mindset. And even when only 30 people or 20 people put it into action, they will rise so much faster than the others will follow. So this
Mm,
called snowball effect. You
yeah,
cannot have a faster effect in any company by stimulating people to work as happy super entrepreneurs and happy super entrepreneurs, because this will give inspiration to everyone else and the snowball effect.
I see. Okay, so that's very deep. It's deep.
But you understand that, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. Hey, where are you? Okay. So,
Yeah.
Tarkan. Okay, so yeah, so the next question is actually is related. Yeah. So, you also aim to build a happy superhuman academy for
Yes.
students
Yes.
without financial possibility. Yeah. So, how do you plan to make it accessible to those
So
for yeah.
of course, I start with, so I do with some other coaches. I'm organizing right now, not started yet, but we are planning, uh, um, so that we will offer the people, so they publicly, right? So everyone can do this course, Happy Super Entrepreneur and Intrapreneur. Then we will work with headhunters together. They will bring them to the companies. So we teach them, coach them. They bring them to the companies, and then there is a additional course which will prepare them for human exporting, like for exporting their talents, prepare them to go to other countries, how is the climate, and give them the right mindset, and prepare them how this will be there, because Indonesia has one of the youngest population in the world and the biggest. So they, and for instance, Philippines, the biggest income is from domestic workers. They go outside and send back the money, you know so and then when we build the academy, let's say you have the normal students, and then we will take on the students, they don't have money, but they will learn exactly the same skill sets. So imagine you take someone from a village, we say in Java, he has no money, no education. So we will make sure he has somewhere to stay, to eat, to drink, and then he gets this education. And
Oh,
then
I see.
I will help him to find a company, and then he will work, and from there he can kickstart his own life. He can, because he has the mindset. He see, I can do anything in the world right now because I have the mindset, and I have the possibilities and access. And then he can go work for bigger companies, whatever. But he can take care of him and the persons he loves.
I see.
Versus imagine I go to his village, give him $10,000. He will have more problems, because then people will want to have something of the money. He gets stressed, or he or she gets stressed. So giving money is not a solution, but giving them a mindset, which, by the way, nobody else in the world offers that. What I'm doing, nobody else have a clear step by step a process for happy super entrepreneur or entrepreneur. No one. You have specifically use AI, do this, do that, yes, but no one gives you the complete package where you have a step by step process.
Yes. I agree with you. Okay. Uh, Yeah, Tarkan. So just give time to see this comments from Kelvin. So he said, if I want to become entrepreneurs, should be I know about the vision of the company. Sometimes my idea is rejected by the leader. Create another idea and reject it again. So this is the question for you.
Yes. So, Calvin, this is a very good question actually, because that is mostly the case, and it's a good example. Whoever the leader is, he has not done inner engineering, because 95% of the people decide from ego, anxiety, and selfishness. Okay, so what Calvin need to understand about the vision, yes, if you can, Calvin, if you can identify yourself with the vision and you want to extend the vision, but your ideas get rejected, if you are not happy there anymore, then you need to find, that's a sign, you need to find a company maybe more open for your ideas in general, if it's your ideas or not, but in general. So this is just a simple sign. You need to slowly or fast go to another company. Yeah, because you cannot change people's minds if they constantly rejecting. Yeah, you cannot change that, but what you can do is you don't get frustrated, you work on yourself. For instance, if you are doing your inner engineering, wherever you go, you take your mindset with you, it's not a waste. Yeah, so if people rejects your ideas in that companies, you do it, you make one or two or three times suggestions, but if not is still rejecting, I would look for another company. But also be critical. Maybe if you're friends with Andreas or other people, share your idea. Don't worry what other people think, and then just double check if the idea is good. Sometimes the ideas doesn't match for real. Yeah, so we need to be really also sometimes self-reflecting. It's not a problem. It doesn't mean a good or bad idea doesn't say anything about you as a person. It's like it's just the idea, right? So then you move on to a next idea. But
Oh,
we are so focused in our society not to making mistakes or whatever the people think. That's just waste of time. Don't think that. Don't care what other people think. Just be open with your ideas. Be honest to yourself and take ownership. That's it. And then
yeah.
you will make the right decisions.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Tarkan. So, Bro Kelvin, you have your you have the good words from Tarkan about your question. Good reply. And yeah, so please connect to Tarkan as well, yeah. So you can send a direct message if you
No
want to.
problem. No
Yeah.
problem.
Okay, so before the next question, because the next question is a good question, Tarkan. Let's see here. We have a comment from Fitri. Good evening, Coach Tarkan and friend. Good sharing tonight. Okay.
Hi, Fitri.
Yeah. Also, we have a Rengga, Pak Rengga here. Hello and hello Tarkan.
Hi,
Hello
Ringa. Parenga.
Rengga. Yeah. So the next question is for me is very good. Okay. So let's see. Yeah. So Tarkan, can you elaborate on how you believe the youth generation can benefit from developing an entrepreneur and intrapreneurs mindset and what skill they need to succeed in today's world?
Yeah. So the only skill they need to focus on is the human mind, inner engineering. And that's what we are starting with. Like when I told you, my son, what we did is we write down, I didn't do anything else. We just, this is, by the way, like the dream book. Yeah. It's just you buy something. Yeah. It's a dream book. And then we write down our vision and goals. And then he read it every day, And then he said after 3 weeks, a 15-year-old kid, he said after 3 weeks, Baba, I said, hey, how was the first feelings, blah, blah. He said, Baba, I'm not scared of the future anymore after 3 weeks. Ask 100% of the kids. Every single kid is overwhelmed with the information and mostly scared of the future. Every one of them. So if you want to help today's generation, you just help them to hack their subconscious, and the rest will take care of that, because then they will understand. In the world, I was always believed you have to be born talented. You cannot never. I will never be good as blah 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 Ronaldo as a soccer player, which I will not. Now I'm too old, but if I had a better mindset younger, maybe. But the point is, you just give the kids, the young youth generation, the basic principles of human mind, that living in the present moment, and then the how. Not only blah, blah, yeah, live in the present moment, but how. Mostly, that's the most frustrating part. Coaches, they talk so much, but they don't tell you the how. Either they don't know, or they cannot explain it. I don't know. But for me, that's not helping. If everyone knows in all this social media what's the problem, but we need the solution. Yeah. So the youth generation, you connect with them on the really deep level. You give them, not I give them, I show them a very simple way, but they give them self-confidence. They build themselves up for success. Even me, imagine, when I was in my lowest point mentally in 3 years ago, where I was saying like, shit, what I'm going to do with the second part of my life. Even me, in so many areas, what I had super confidence, even my confidence was clouded from all the pain or anger or anxiety or whatever. So even you have success story, you have everything, that's no guarantee, nothing, right? So if the kids learn, or the younger generation, how to hack your mind, and what is good and what's not good, and how to avoid the bad thing, that's the biggest gift you can give. Then the GPT-4, and I open Instagram and LinkedIn, 15,000 people give me suggestion how to use it. That's no secret, and that's for this you don't need a mindset. You need the mind, you need the inner engineering. This is the way where you have clarity. If you have vision and goals, you get clarity and purpose. And then you get focus, and then you get grit and resilience. They are all connected, but you need to start with vision and goals. The kids, they don't have vision and goals. Yeah, I want to be rich. I want to build electric cars, blah, blah, blah. This is very good goals, but how? When I teach in the university, then they have all these goals. I don't discourage them, because I'm happy that in Indonesia, if they have big goals, yeah. But the biggest takeaway is I connect with them on a very human level. And if they understand human behavior, they will understand themselves. They will understand any business, because AI, as you said, AI can replace everything, but AI cannot replace age to age, human to human. It's impossible. And that's what they learn, and that's why I want to start as early as possible. And like I said, after what I saw is as earlier as better. Even with 15 you can start, and then you can even impact faster and better. Yeah, so I just do the same program what I would do with you or with an adult, I do with the younger person. Even my son, he read all the books, like 5 a.m. Club from Robin Sharma, Start With Why, Unchattered Soul from Michael A. Singer, a guy who never read a book, Think Rich, Grow Rich, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So you understand? So there is no limitation. The young, because they have pain, and if you can show them a way, they are very grateful for that.
Wow, cool, cool. Okay, so actually, Tarkan, you also do this to your kids, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so it's not only for the company or the other guy, but also you.
No.
Okay, so cool. Yeah.
Later I want to make a program where I want to make a program, encourage women entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs, because women have a big advantage. They have a higher EQ to start with.
Oh,
Not because we men's are all bad, but women has a higher EQ because women has a little bit less ego. Yeah, it's true.
yeah,
Men
yeah, yeah.
has a little bit too much ego, and
That's
so women has more EQ. And if you can show them how to use it in the right way, then they can make a lot of good things with it. Yeah, and my experience is women entrepreneurs and intrapreneurs, they're also really good in what they're doing, because the higher EQ is the new way of making business, is solve the problems, but not like, you're the LinkedIn professional. The people say build relationships. So when I receive a message, hi, how are you, blah blah, from a complete stranger, I know the fifth question is if I want to buy something. That's not building a relationship. I would even prefer they say, hey, I am blah blah blah, I have something super cool, you want or not? Okay, I would prefer that instead of asking me some bullshit questions, wasting my time. You know,
okay. Yeah, yeah.
and
Understand, understand. So
so,
you prefer it's direct, right? It's direct. It's
direct.
not.
I mean,
Yeah,
this is not genuine. That's my point. EQ, just wannabe EQ, is not genuine. Yeah. So if you want to give, so that's why you need to really rewire your mind. To make it as a business model, you need to
yeah,
rewire your mind. So if you understand, just Steve Jobs said, one word to be successful is care. Care about your people, care about your customer, care about your products. That's it. You can build the whole company based on one word, care,
yeah.
right? So
Okay. Yeah.
and that's, imagine what I'm just saying to you. I say to my son, he will know, hey, Steve Jobs said this, blah blah blah. Other 15-year-old kids, they will never hear that because the parents are never going to say. So, and the next thing what I want to do is parents making a course, because I believe that this can be influenced a lot. A course where the parents, before the kids is born, they may basically do the dream book for their kids. Super cool.
Yeah.
Serena Williams, the tennis player, the two sisters, Serena and Venus Williams,
Finish.
the two,
Yeah. Finish.
they are the most successful players ever. The father, write down, but based on tennis, yeah, his, even before he know what he will get, he didn't know if it's daughter, boy or not. He just write down, like something like a dream book,
Yeah.
all what he wants them to become. And we all know what happened. So what happened is, you unite, even as father and mother, you unite the vision and give the right vibration before your kids is born. Because the biggest problems and the biggest problems we cause in our kids is our misalignment, father mother's misalignment. Yeah, just
Understood. Yes.
just so you can go always more back. Now I'm thinking even going before the kids are born, so I have even bigger impact.
Okay. So good advice, Tarkan. So it's the first time I know that you suggest that even the parent is writing the dream book for their
Unborn
future son,
babies,
right?
You know how cool this is? Imagine you write down, I would like to have this and this character. And then when you do this before the baby is born, if you have to fight with your wife or husband, yeah, then you do it now. So in the end, your job is to align, and then imagine this baby, these kids will grow up with absolute clarity. Can you imagine that power?
Okay, okay. So everyone, so all the audience, this is good advice from Tarkan. So you
Who
can
wants to
do.
be parents?
Okay, anyway, Tarkan, this yeah, it's a nice talks with you. Then we have a very limited time, yeah,
Yeah, no
because it's
problem.
almost 1 hour. But I have one more last question for you
Yeah,
before we completely finish this event. Yeah, okay.
yeah.
So, what advice would you give to mid-level managers who are seeking to develop the greater focus, clarity, resilience, and purpose in their work? How can they become happy super entrepreneur in their own right?
Yeah.
Just give us quick advice and answer.
Just the best thing is they write down their vision and goals in different chapters. Not one
Mhm.
chapter is health and fitness, intellectual life, spiritual life, life vision, career, money, parenting, love life. So what happened is you put in your mind different chapters. Even you don't know right now what to put in the chapter, but you put the different chapters, so you don't feel overwhelmed. It's super cool. So you go simultaneously towards success. You're not overwhelmed in one area or the other area, you know? So, and then you write down your vision and goals in the present tense, 3 to 5 years into the future. Yeah, as more precise as better, like with the year and the date. For instance, I want to build a Happy Super Academy by December 2027. And when you set goals, set them high, because our brain, against the normal knowledge, the common knowledge, our brain can only grow if we set the goals high. If you
Okay.
set the goals too low, it's actually counterproductive. I
Hmm.
give you an example. For instance, so you say, I want to, as Andreas, I want to build a company, or like I say, for instance, I want to build Changus by 2027 to a $400 million dollar company. Okay, December 2027. So when it's December 2027, we talk again, and Changus is doing only 200 million or 100 million. You consider me successful or unsuccessful?
Successful.
See? So it's very simple. Why? If you can, it's like your Aladdin lamp. If you can wish for anything, then better wish for the highest. So if you drop somewhere, then you don't drop deep. But if I would wish for, yeah, I want to make per year 2 million, then I start mathematics. But that's not the point. To program your subconscious, you need to expand your vision. Yeah. So the most direct action is you can get only clarity from writing down and reading every day. That's all. You don't worry if you can achieve it or if not. I have no idea 80% how to achieve it. No idea. But by programming my subconscious, I start all the things what I'm doing right now. Everyone knows me. It's impossible. I would never do events, personal branding, talking, camera, blah blah blah. But I program it in my mind, and now I'm doing it. This is completely against my nature,
Hmm.
believe it or not. Yeah. So the if you ask me, the biggest takeaway for entrepreneur, for any person in any stage in his life, is writing down their vision and goals in chapters, reading it every day, minimum for 66 days until it becomes a habit, and then you will run on autopilot. Yeah. And
Okay.
the second thing is develop a morning routine. Take time for yourself in the morning. So you, otherwise, when you're not taking time for yourself in the morning, the day owns you. You run after the day. But if you take time to set yourself up, like 2 minutes meditation, 5 minutes training, like sweating, and then 5 minutes reading your vision and goals, enough. This is 12 minutes, 15, ideally 20 minutes, 20, 20, 20, like 1 hour. But if you do 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, it doesn't matter. Just get started. And the
Mm.
biggest plan means nothing, but the smallest actions will bring you to your goals. So if you start with 2 minutes, whatever, just start.
Okay. Yes. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Start small. Yeah. Start small.
Just start. Yeah. No matter how small, if you say I want to do 2 push-ups every day, do 2 push-ups. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But you
Then
will.
we can increase. We
Yeah.
can increase, right?
The trick is consistency.
Consistency. Yeah.
Consistency over talent, always. There is nothing such a thing like talent. You can, and you take a big goal down to small, achievable steps every day, mini wins. I call it mini wins. My mini win, when I wake up this morning, I wake up 1:30, then I drink coffee. I plan I need to drink 2 coffees, then I go training, then I come back for sahur. I need to drink a lot. Yeah. So I do that just by autopilot, because I know I need to do that to set myself up for the day. And if I'm not doing that, I feel tired, I feel not focused, just by 1 or 2 days not doing it. Right. But this is just specifically in Ramadan. I have to go so early because before sahur, I need to drink a lot, you know,
Yeah.
after training. So, but
Okay.
the trick is you need the morning routine, and the biggest advice is write down your vision and goals, but read them in the different chapters in your life.
All right. Okay. Good, Tarkan. So it's a very good talks with you today.
Yes, thank you. It was
Yeah.
also good to
Yeah.
talk to you.
Yeah. We are learning a lot about the entrepreneur and in entrepreneur.
Intra-
Yeah, and intrapreneurs, the
yeah,
mindset, and how to build the what is it, the habit as well. Your
yeah,
suggestion in the morning, we have to do this, that, and yeah. Okay, so that's a nice. And yeah, actually we can keep continue with this session, live session, for the next, yeah, for the future. So maybe,
no problem.
yeah. And then, yeah, so how can if someone want to get you for this kind of this impact
Yeah,
coaching, so how do they get you?
they just sent me an DM. Then we have a consultation, free consultation call.
Yeah.
Then I will take them through exactly from what they will get, yeah, and what will be the result, and then they can decide they want to do it or not. So it's not because, like I said, I'm not to sell this. So I need to get results, right? So that's why I at the moment, of course, I'm going above and beyond. So when the results are really good, because I'm really deeply focusing on each person I'm working with.
Sorry. So yeah, thank you, Tarkan. So everyone, if you want to in touch with Tarkan, so please you can DM Tarkan and asking about what he does, and
Yeah,
you can
no
also,
problem.
yeah, also set the, what is it, the appointment.
Yeah, free
Okay.
consultation call.
Consultation. Yes. Okay.
Yeah,
So
free is free.
free
The first
consultation.
one.
Oh, good. Okay. So yeah, Tarkan. So the time is very limited, and I'm so thankful. I'm having you tonight. So
Thank you for having me,
yeah.
Andre.
So we can discuss more in the future, maybe with the
No,
all, maybe with these others friends as well,
no problem.
with
No problem.
different topics. Yeah, Tarkan.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, so
Thank
I
you.
want to just before we left Tarkan, so I just want to uh, promote my next event. Let's see here. Yeah, so this is the next event. I have Friska Wirya Sunday 16 April. Yeah, Sunday 16 April 4 p.m. Indonesian Jakarta time. Yeah, so the title is not yet decided, but the time is already set up. So Friska is in Australia, and yeah, she will share about what she does currently. So this will be good for us and audience to see and watch this event. So yeah, thanks again to Tarkan for tonight, and we can see you again next event. Thank
Inshallah.
you, Tarkan.
Inshallah. Thank you.
Thank you a lot. Yeah, see you and bye bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye bye.